And there we go, a perfect illustration of the point that I'm going to make tonight. Against all odds, stay smoking. Smoke ASMR. Most important broad advice that I have to give is also potentially the most woo-woo and might alienate some people, but this is very yoga. This is very The Alchemist. This is very The Secret. The book The Secret. Mental projection. You imagine it and it becomes real. If you wish for it, you'll get it. This is the most new agey advice that I have to offer. Negativity, and now I'm not talking about humor, I'm not talking about making jokes that make fun of Heather Heyer, okay? I'm not talking about all that stuff. I'm talking about actual negativity. More like being black-pilled, but even black-pilled people care about what's going on and they're paying attention to what's going on. What I'm talking about is like a primal, unthinking, base level negativity. Watching cartoons, eating yummy cereal, and being a petty person wishing that bad things would happen to people in your personal life. I'm talking about real, genuine negativity as an end and not as a means. And then positivity, and this is not, everything's great, oh my gosh, everything's great, you guys. Positivity, real positivity, which is when you are tested, when you have nothing, when you're in a ditch, can you still muster the fortitude to do something? Okay, I'm talking about actual positivity, not surface level positivity, which may be helpful, but it's not what I'm talking about, not related to this, okay? So actual, like, elemental force of nature, negativity and positivity. This video sucks. Actual yin and yang are real. Ooh, ooh, they're real. And you can use them to either ruin your life or get something done. That's the gist of it. That's basically where I'm going with this one. And depending on what your mix is, okay, what your air-fuel ratio is, negativity versus positivity, you will either end up tortured by demons that you cannot see and cannot understand, or you will end up living some sort of spiritually, mentally, financially, possibly fulfilling life. And the outcomes in between the bad one and the good one are more or less determined, oh God, by what your personal blend of negativity / positivity is. I'm not saying it's like karma or something where the negative things are going to be like points that add up and you get punished once a week based on how many naughty points you have. But what I'm saying is you can train your brain to run on battery acid very easily. You can think negative things, and it's kind of like being a rageaholic. Look up what a rageaholic is if you don't know that you can actually become a rageaholic. But you can just as easily become a poisonaholic. You can wallow in mental poison and think the worst all day and hate yourself and hate the people around you and hate the people who might care about you if you weren't such a piece of shit. And you can make that a self-reinforcing mental loop that may one day become impossible to get out of. And it's probably pretty easy for some people to do that. And it's helped along the way by self-pity, by entitlement, by thinking that the world owes you something, by thinking that you're better than other people, by having high expectations, and by being the type of person who has a tantrum when those expectations are not met. It may take a long time before you're a permanent resident of hell, but it'll eventually happen, and when it does, it'll feel like it happened in the blink of an eye. 10 years, wow. That was 10 years ago? I'm in hell. I don't know if that's worse, or if knowing that for the next 20 or 30 or 40 years, your only option is enjoying hell.